supporters are slamming in a previous interview, Ariana Madix is seen disparaging her co-stars when they walk away from conflict. Ariana said at the time that leaving the production of Vanderpump Rules is unfair to everybody else because the cast is in a different situation than in real life. Castmates criticized Ariana on the most recent season of the program for leaving a chat with her cheating boyfriend, Tom Sandoval. Given that they are all on the same cast, they believe she may have done it for the sake of the program. Ariana, nevertheless, insisted that she had made the proper choice. Ariana spoke on her castmates' decision to leave a fight in a 2019 interview with the Shenanigans podcast. In an apparent reference to Lala Kent, she stated, "We are, all part of this show. And in normal life, you might be able to walk away from a conflict with your friends because you don't want to get in a fight or whatever," via the Instagram account at Breaking Through Lesped Clips. "Our circumstances are different. We're compelled to discuss topics that we may avoid in real life. But the fact that these are genuine sentiments is what helps us cope with one another," she said. "Therefore, I think it's unfair to everyone else when you just sort of walk away from a scenario and take off your microphone." Ariana said that this is unfair since it forces us to engage in conversations we may not particularly want to have and discuss subjects that make us uncomfortable. "But we don't just take off our microphone and leave," she added. "You're not in control, therefore no one can fire anybody else. Consequently, you don't instruct me. Neither I nor anybody else can be ignored by you." After that, fans replied in the comments. It's funny how Ariana's present circumstances are different. She had the option to leave, but she decided to stay for the upcoming season. She didn't. According to one watcher, she is in the game. "Clearly, this didn't get much older, did it?" another person said. Another fan said, "I'm so sick of Ariana. This show is rife with hypocrisy." One user said that there have been several cheating scandals on VPR. "Get over yourselves," shared another, "and stop being such haters of Ariana, who get upset whenever something negative is said about her. She is a flawed human being, just like the rest of us. If there is another season, I sincerely hope she decides to leave the program, if only because I'm sick of hearing her fans gush over her and talk about her as if they know her personally. Are Ariana Madix and Katie Maloney's finest days behind them, or are they just beginning?" Since the Vanderpump Rules cast members deleted the show from their Instagram profiles, many are guessing that they could be leaving the show. The popular program is not now in production since Bravo placed it on pause following Sandoval. You'll learn why fans believe Ariana and Katie will permanently leave the program in this post. After the infidelity incident, we will go into depth about what transpired with Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss. When Ariana Madix found out her longtime boyfriend, Tom Sandoval, was having an affair with their much younger co-star, Raquel Leviss, in March 2023, the country was stunned. When Ariana was at one of his Los Angeles concerts, she found out about the romance. His phone slid out of his pocket while he was performing. She grabbed it up, opened it, and supposedly discovered a pornographic video of Leviss. According to Leviss's attorney, the footage was screen captured without her consent. At least 2 films are allegedly sent by Madix to others without Leviss' knowledge or consent. Raquel Leviss filed a complaint against Sandoval and Madix about a year after the event, alleging that they had bugged her phone, watched porn, invaded her privacy, and purposefully caused her mental pain. At the conclusion of Season 10, cameras were set up to capture the repercussions. Ariana and Tom had a heated exchange during it. Raquel disclosed the timing of the affair as well. Following the adultery incident, Ariana Madix rose to fame as America's favorite. As the months passed, she was inundated with sponsorship offers, was chosen for the main role in Broadway's Chicago, and even landed a job hosting Peacock's Love Island. However, the adored bartender changed her Instagram bio in May 2024 from Emmy-nominated Pump Rules to Love Island USA, something about her a sandwich business, and a promotion for her single AF cocktail book, which went on to become a New York Times bestseller. Katie Maloney, her business partner and best friend, removed the show from her bio and replaced it with a listing for their sandwich store and her new podcast. Reactions from fans on their decision to stop referencing the show that first made them famous have been divided. "I hope she's done what one Reddit user said about her after the way they treated her. Now let's get genuine. The finest thing that had ever happened to her was Tom cheating. And VPR is her second best experience, a second person commented. Some admirers conjectured that she just deleted the show since her bio didn't have enough space for all of her endeavors. Representatives for Katie and Ariana have been contacted by Thethings.com for comments, but they have not responded as of yet. When Ariana left the series finale without speaking to her ex-boyfriend Tom Sandoval, Lala Kent accused her of coasting through the show and not being a team player. "We would like you to have one chat with Tom Sandoval, the man you forced down our throats for so long and who you currently reside with. Is it not possible for you to do that?" Following the premiere of the season finale, Sheena Shea claimed on her Shenanigans podcast that the reason she was more emotional and combative with Ariana was because the program's producers had informed her that the show was not doing well in the middle of the season. It was something like X, Y, and Z must occur. Alternatively, the program will have a brief season before being canceled altogether. Sheena's assertion, however, were refuted by the showrunner, who stated that the season's events on social media had a greater influence on the actors. The producer denied trying to encourage the actors to manufacture anything, instead advising them to block out the noise. When Raquel Leviss left her mental health treatment facility in July 2023, Tom Sandoval was the target of her ghosting. Early in 2024, he began dating Victoria Lee Robinson. The frontman of a cover band and reality television Bad Boy made significant progress in Fox's Special Forces before traveling to Scotland in the summer of 2024 to shoot Season 3 of The Traitors. For Vanderpump Rules Season 11, Rachel did not come back. Rather, she spent 2 months in a mental health institution before starting the Rachel Goes Rogue podcast, which provided listeners with a summary of the show and an update on her personal life and mental health journey. She said in June 2024 that she's ready to start dating again, but that she has very specific guidelines for any man that approaches her. "On our third date, I would never sleep with anybody, especially since I'm already well known." Ariana Madix isn't the only celebrity from Vanderpump Rules that has participated in Dancing with the Stars. Following the scandal between Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss, formerly Raquel, Ariana's career took off. She was cast as Broadway's Roxy Hart in Chicago, took over as Love Island USA's new host, and founded something about her and Katie Maloney's sandwich business in Los Angeles. Ariana competed in Season 32 of Dancing with the Stars and placed third before all of her achievements. During Season 11 of Vanderpump Rules, her placement on the competitive reality TV program generated a lot of discussion. Sheena Shea spoke about how competing on DWTS was her dream come true, and that she was disappointed that Ariana had not informed her of her casting. It would be difficult for any of her Vanderpump Rules co-stars to equal her performance in the competition given her phenomenal run on the show. Unfortunately for Sheena, though, Tom, Ariana's ex-boyfriend, is a highly reported DWTS Season 33 contender. Former DWTS professional dancer Cheryl Burke made hints that Sandoval might be joining the cast of Season 33. According to Cheryl, who hosts the podcast Lies and Spray Tans, Sandoval's casting crew for DWTS is also the same for The Traitors, another reality program in which he will appear. Not to be shocked if you see some similar names, the former DWTS pro advised her audience, mentioning Tom Sandoval as a possible cast member. Reporter Kristen Burt disagreed, stating that Sandoval shouldn't be on DWTS so soon after Ariana's performance. Because Sandoval has been a villain on Vanderpump Rules for such a long time and the hype around him has subsided, Kristen claimed that Sandoval was ideal for Traitors. Burke, who has danced professionally for 26 seasons, probably has better knowledge of the DWTS casting process. Whether or not she intended to stir up Sandoval's casting forecast, her opinion is respected by fans. 1 year after Ariana made her appearance in Season 32 of DWTS, it would be strange for the program to invite Sandoval to return for Season 33. Vanderpump Rules Season 11 focused a lot of attention on Sandoval, but other pop culture subjects have taken the spotlight elsewhere. Bravo will probably keep bringing up the cheating incident for the foreseeable future, but DWTS is owned by ABC. ABC would have little incentive to try to make money off of Sandoval because the issue is no longer widely discussed. Even if casting Sandoval on DWTS would be contentious, it is still a possibility. The program is well known for selecting controversial actors. Former DWTS host Tom Bergeron disclosed that he was let go because he didn't agree with their choice to have White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer on DWTS Season 28. Tom asked the makers of Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans not to include any political leaders in the cast. He was furiously opposed to the news that Sean would be joining the season. Tom wanted DWTS to be the program that helps viewers escape the ridiculousness of it all. He expressed his dislike for Sean's casting on X-Twitter following the announcement of the DWTS Season 28 cast. Tom was sacked because he failed to inform the DWTS producers that he was going to release a personal statement and that doing so would put his hosting job in jeopardy. He remarked, "I wanted the audience to know that this was a step too far." In the run-up to an election year, this was a step too far. Bergeron was sacked by the DWTS production crew for publicly criticizing the show's contentious cast selections. To DWTS, Sandoval would say yes. He acknowledged on Vanderpump Rules that he was studying ballroom dancing in case he had a chance to compete. Sandoval enjoys the limelight, and he would receive a lot of coverage for his appearance on DWTS one season after Ariana. He has previously been mentioned in Season 2 of Special Forces, and he will be in Season 3 of The Traitors. After Season 11, he will need to find a replacement reality TV program if Vanderpump Rules expires. Sandoval is a possible contender for Season 33 of DWTS. Although it would be surprising if the program cast him for just one season following Ariana's triumphant competition run, the production team has a reputation for taking chances. Sheena may have to wait another season to get the call, despite her hopes of becoming the next Vanderpump Rules star on DWTS. During an interview on Billy Lee's podcast earlier this month, artist T.I., Tom Sandoval's ex-girlfriend, spoke up about their brief affair. She described their one argument that ended it. T.I. recalled a period when Tom's actions caused her to abandon their relationship with the contentious reality star. Even though she also acknowledged that the Vanderpump Rules star didn't appear to appreciate her and disclosed if he was seeing Victoria Lee Robinson at the same time. When T.I. found out that Tom wasn't interested in her and was instead looking for a tall model, it raised even another red flag. "Despite my appearance, I am just 5'2". She said, I'm so small, but you're going to risk all that for something so insignificant like height? Wow, he doesn't value me as a genuine person in a genuine relationship. So he's going to get someone completely opposite of me, was my initial thought. At this time, this looks like quite the other spectrum. There could have been some overlap between Tom's two loves, even though he eventually went on with model Victoria. Up until December, we continued to socialize together. Billy stated that she thought Tom started seeing Victoria in November, and T.I. disclosed that he was attempting to meet my mother. From Thailand, he was phoning me. He was phoning me from Asia and saying, "Oh, we're here. Examine this. Observe my hotel." T.I. continued. The 12th season of Vanderpump Rules is presently under hiatus.